Alright, so anyway, this is my first review. I'm going to be reviewing games for the Virtual Console for the Wii. My first game that I'm going to be reviewing is Dungeon Explorer. So the game tells you can start off with up to 5 players, but obviously you can only do 4. Choose which class you want to be. You get fighter, thief, warlock, witch, bard, bishop, elf, gnome. Let's choose a warlock this time. Every different character has a different sprite, obviously. So you can shoot with the Y or the B button, either one. The X button makes you do this weird little walking thing. I don't even know what it is. Like your sprite doesn't animate, but you still move anyway. And if you hold down the A button, you stop moving altogether and you can just spin around, which makes it easier later on if you're trying to aim in a specific direction. You can just hold down A without actually moving your guy. There he is. Of course, he gives you the first mission like in most of the old games back then. Always some kind of kingdom or something. So he actually tells you where you should go. So he tells you to go to the south. So there is some direction, but the paths that you're not supposed to go aren't blocked off. So if you end up going that way, you're liable to get murked. But that's fine, because the areas look pretty good. The dungeons, they're not too bad. That little red thing over there is actually a spawn point. Basically, the AI really has no pathfinding whatsoever. It just tries to run at you wherever you are. If you can run at you, good. If you can't, too bad. There's these little glowing orbs that can basically kill you in one hit, so you just gotta watch out for them. This is the main reason it was designed for 4 players, or 5 players, sorry. The music's not too bad, it's just very repetitive if you're in the dungeon for a long time. It can get on your nerves. Now the good thing is this game has passwords, so if you die, you just enter a password and you're back. You're back to the main village, but most of the progress you've already completed is still there. So here's the first boss right now, the Bull Beast. Tells me that I'm gonna die, which I probably will. Because as I said, this isn't very easy. And he seems to shoot mostly on diagonals for some reason. Okay, so I just died, but luckily I can revive back to where I was. There we go, I killed him, I grabbed the diamond, and I'm done. So the diamond makes me go to level 2. So every time you collect one of those, you level up. So now there was a dude standing here when I first came in. Now he's gone, so I can get over here. Another good thing about this game is that instead of rapidly tapping the button to shoot, you can just hold it down. So you don't have to tire out your fingers. The problem is, if you get too many of them, if you leave a spawn point for too long, look what happens. Now how am I supposed to do this? It's almost impossible. Oh, I got lucky. But will I make it? luckily because the AI isn't very good, I can just stand here and shoot them, and odds are they won't be able to get in here. So I'll show you what happens when you die anyway. Okay, there we go, I got game over. And at the bottom of the screen there has my password. Okay, so here I can have the option of the number or the password. So what I'll do is I'll enter in the password that I just got. Luckily not every letter of the alphabet is in here, otherwise this would take ages. Still, I think it's a little long, but... There we go. So I'm back to level 2. You always start off in this tavern, regardless. Back at level 2 though. On my way. So if I go back to the way I was. Go back to that dungeon. See, that guy's gone. So I can just continue back from where I was. Most of the times that you'll end up back in the main city, which is a good thing, I guess, because it's like the central point. So basically all the areas branch off of that main city. You gotta watch out. So this is the next dungeon, right? Those little open floor things are the spawn points. So you gotta watch out. So if you are going to play, I'd suggest giving it a try. It's pretty cheap. I believe it's $6 or $8 or something like that now for the TurboGrafx games. I think it's 8. But it's not a bad play if you want to get it, especially if you have multiple classic controllers and you want to play with many friends. Then I would suggest to get it. But if you've never played it, I would suggest at least giving it a try. If you don't like it, it's not that big of a waste. But as you can see, it gets much harder later on. This is only the second dungeon. But the benefit is you get a few lives and you know you can keep playing. So all in all, I probably give the graphics, for its time, it's not too bad. Some of the dungeons look pretty neat, but dungeons like these are very bland. They don't have many variations. So I would give it, let's say, a 3 out of 5. For the audio, I have to say it's pretty impressive for its time, so I'll have to give it a 5 out of 5. For story-wise, there is some story, but it's a very basic game. It doesn't go very in-depth. So for story, I'll probably have to say maybe a 1.5 out of 5. For multiplayer, like for other features and that, the multiplayer is pretty good. So I'll have to... There's not many mini games or anything, but the multiplayer is pretty impressive. So I have to say that it should get, say, 4 out of 5. And yeah, overall, so yeah, in the long run, I'll have to say it's a pretty good game. Not the best, but it's not too bad. If you want to play something new, most people haven't played TurboGrafx games. So if you just want to try it out, give it a try. I would suggest it.